Call the council to order. Got a quorum present tonight. Tonight will be led in the invocation by Reverend Timothy Fountain from the Church of Good Shepherd here in Sioux Falls. After the invocation, we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance, so please rise for the invocation.
Over the weekend, I had dinner with a recently retired city employee, and he said to me that over his years of service here, he frequently thanked God that he was called to serve in the right place with the right people at the right time. And I thought that was a beautiful tribute to this city. And I offer, as part of our invocation tonight, the first verse of Psalm 133. Behold how good and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. Let us pray. Thank you indeed, gracious God, for this good place, this good time, and the good people of Sioux Falls. Thank you for this city council gathered tonight. We ask your blessing on these special people called to great responsibility and leadership in our community. We thank you for the work they do and ask you, by your Holy Spirit, to enlighten their minds and their hearts as they go about the business of the city tonight. Bless all in attendance, all who will speak and be heard. Let all be to the blessing of this community and to your glory, in Jesus' name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Thanks for coming.
We have a proclamation night for National Salvation Army Week, so Major Paul Duskin and Gene Beto and Steve Cook and then Tara Wilkinson could come on up. Okay, Mary Duskin's here too, so welcome. Come on up. And we've got a proclamation that reads, whereas a love for God and a desire to help others is the motivation behind the men and women of the Salvation Army. Whereas the Salvation Army in Sioux Falls, South Dakota provides much more than spiritual counseling and basic human necessities to the needy and hurting on a daily basis. Whereas the Salvation Army serves as a symbol of compassion, but more so an active participant in the provisions of services to thousands of Sioux Falls men, women, and children. Whereas the Salvation Army has been providing these programs to residents for over 118 years. Whereas the Salvation Army provides its services to people in need without regard to race, color, creed, sex, or age. Now therefore, I, Dave Munson, Mayor of the City of Sioux Falls, do hereby proclaim May 14th through May 20th, 2007 as National Salvation Army Week in Sioux Falls, and I urge all citizens to join me in honoring the dedicated men and women who work or volunteer for this fine organization and touch the lives of so many. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I so move. Knutson.
Knutson moves. Is there a second?
Second, Jamison.
Jamison second. Further comments, additions to the consent agenda? Being none, all in favor of approving the consent agenda will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
All members present voted. The consent agenda has been approved 8-0. Is there a motion to approve the regular agenda?
So moved, Benninger.
Benningham moves. Is there a second?
Second, Litz.
Litz seconded. Is there any further motions? No further motions? All in favor of approving the regular agenda will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Benninga,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Costello,
Yes.
Jamison,
Yes.
Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Knutson,
Yes.
Litz,
Yes.
Staggers.
Yes.
Regular agenda has been approved, 8-0. Now it's the time that we set aside 5 minutes for anyone that wishes to address the council. We ask that you give the name and then your address, and we'll keep track of the 5 minutes. So if you want to come forward, please come forward.
My name is Kay Davis. I live at 6112 South Avalon Avenue, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I'm here tonight in response to the Argus Leader editorial partially that said the people on the yes vote about the pool were paranoid. I have a couple issues that I would like to address the council about and ask questions. And the first one is to my friend Mayor Munson. I have been a firm supporter of Mayor Munson all the time he's been in office. And I've had some news that makes me very upset, so I'm going to address it directly to him. Mayor Munson, I've had several phone calls saying that you have said in the community that if the yes vote passes, that you as a council will vote to override the vote and still build an indoor pool.
Let me stop you right there. That has not been said by me, Kay.
It has
At
not
this
been
point.
said
Not-
by
Not
you.
at this point. It hasn't been said by me.
It has not been said by you. Could we ask each specific counselor if they have any idea of doing that?
No,
If the yes
this
vote
is time,
passes?
Kay, we just ask you to be respectful, just state what you have concerns with us on. the
Well, I have a
editorial.
concern about that, and
we
so
don't- we
did the
don't wanna-
people going
I'm
to the
not going
polls
through that
yesterday.
tonight. Because we got 5 minutes, so just if you would just go through.
Okay, the
Thank you.
second thing I have a concern with, and I wonder if each counselor will be man or woman enough to say if they made this statement. This went out to soccer parents, SFAYHA families. On Tuesday, May 15th, citizens of Sioux Falls will be voting on Drake Springs pool issue. We strongly encourage you to vote and vote no. The defeat of the outdoor pool proposal positions SFYHA much better for getting city council support for our ice facility. Some councilors indicated that they could not support a new rink if the outdoor pool passes. Please pass the word and get out to vote no. SFYHA Board of Directors. Now, do you wonder why people in Sioux Falls are a little paranoid? To me, this sounds like a threat.
Excuse me, go
Paranoid
ahead.
about what? That is a postcard from is it hockey? or-
Well, no, but it says some counselors have indicated they could not support a new rink if the outdoor pool passes.
Okay.
And that's, what does that have to do with the issue? If we can't get an indoor pool passed, it's probably unlikely that we would be able to get a hockey rink put together. So what is the point?
What the point is I would like to know, are you people making those statements?
No, we're not making statements like that, Kay.
Can each one of you say you're not?
Listen,
Why
we're
do
not-
we
we're not-
sit
we're
here
not gonna
and
put
respond
people- I'm
to
not putting
your
people on the
charges
spot.
of paranoia,
I'm not
Kay?
putting people on the spot here, Kay,
No.
at all. We're going to vote on the pool tomorrow. We'll see what happens at that time, and then there's going to be plenty of discussion after that if people have it. But to ask these people that now, I don't think that's.
Well, then as I turn away from this podium, Mayor Munson, I feel like we elected you, and you don't feel responsible to answer our questions at this point.
Mayor, I'd like to respond to that.
Go ahead.
I will respond to any legitimate question, but if it's based on suspicion, hearsay, and just paranoid rumor around town, I don't think it deserves a response, Kay, and
I
that's
have
my
print.
response.
I have print.
And Kay, I'd never, the statements that you're talking about, I don't know where they came from. I suppose there's a lot.
Well, you
of-
were supposed to have been heard at Casey's Restaurant saying it, Dave.
Where?
Casey's Restaurant up on North Minnesota Avenue.
I have been to Casey's Restaurant for ever and ever. The last time I was there was a long, long time ago.
Okay, that's
So,
where
yeah,
you were supposed to have been heard saying it.
That's been a long time since I've been up there. Thank you. Others that wish to address the council?
I would just like to say that I have been and will continue to be an extremely strong supporter of our growing, prosperous community in constructing a community ice center as soon as possible and regardless of a mere swimming pool vote.
Others who wish to address council for 5 minutes at this time, come forward, give your name and your address, please. I see no one coming forward, so we will move into the regular agenda. Item number 4.
Special one-day liquor license for SMG to be operated at the Orpheum Theater, 315 North Phillips Avenue, on May 15th, 2007, for the Rotary Club Annual Spring Event.
Hi, Lori Bossman with the City Finance Office. I can answer questions on this item, and we also have Rusty Curtains representing SMG here tonight as well.
Questions of Lori on item number 4. Others that wish to address the council on item number 4, council discussion, or is there a motion?
Move to approve. Let's
Second,
move.
Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh seconded. Further comments? See no further comments. All in favor of approving item 4 will vote yes. Those opposed will no.
Benninga,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Costello,
Yes.
Jamison,
Yes.
Kavanaugh,
Yes.
Knutson,
Yes.
Litz,
Yes.
Staggers.
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item 4 has been approved 8-0. Item 5.
Deferred action, second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, approving the release of permanent sanitary sewer easement.
Mr. Mayor, this involves my employer, so I will be...
Okay, it'd be noticed that Councilmember Brown is excused from item 5.
Good evening, Chad Heavey, Office of Public Works, Engineering Division. This easement is located on West 10th Street between Westport Avenue and Kiwanis Avenue. The property is owned by SDN Communications and houses their office building and Safari Land Pet Center. Originally, the easement was obtained to facilitate sanitary sewer service to properties to the south and west. At the time, the lot was vacant. However, in 1986, a building was built over that line. At the first reading, I was asked how that could happen. We went through our records, and I found the site plan from 1985 with comments on there saying existing sewer 20 foot east of property line. Building cannot be built over sewer line. Also, sewer has to be rerouted by May 15th of 1986. However, those comments were not followed up, and the building was built over the line. That brings us to today. As part of the Basin 13 sanitary sewer project, a new sanitary sewer pipe was installed on the west property line of this parcel, allowing the existing pipe to be abandoned and the sanitary sewer easement to be released. Engineering recommends approval.
Questions of Chad on item number 5. Others that wish to address the council on item number 5? Is there a motion by the council?
Move to approve. Let's.
I
Shakes and
second
seconded. Further comments on the motion to approve item 5? Seeing no further motions, all in favor of that motion to approve will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Benninga,
Yes.
Costello,
Yes.
Jamison,
Yes.
Kavanaugh,
Yes.
Knutson,
Yes.
Litz,
Yes.
Staggers.
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item number 5 has been approved 8-0. Item 6.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, establishing a 911 emergency telephone reporting system to be managed at Minnehaha County.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
this particular ordinance comes to the council with the recommendation of the Metro Management Council. It's part of the reorganization of Metro Communications Agency as a standalone agency, and reflects the city's increased involvement in the management of the affairs of Metro Communications Agency. It was determined that because Metro Communications Agency at the present time is a partnership between Minnehaha County and the City of Sioux Falls, each participating, that each should have their 911 surcharge ordinance for their own territorial jurisdiction. It changes nothing. The surcharge has been in effect for many, many years, but instead of Minnehaha and Lincoln County levying the surcharge in the City of Sioux Falls, the request is that the City of Sioux Falls adopt their own surcharge ordinance at the rate of 75 cents per phone line in the city, and that is the statutory rate. Mr. Mayor, I do notice one thing, and I apologize to the council for this. If the council would consider a title amendment You'll note that the title says to be managed by Minnehaha County. It's actually managed by Metro Communications Agency. And I would ask if the council wishes to adopt this ordinance that you make the title amendment.
Okay, it'll be noted. We'll talk. Kevin?
So just for clarification, there is no increase in the surcharge that I already pay every month on my phone bill. It just gets sent to a different jurisdiction.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Other questions? Go ahead.
Yeah, just clarification. Are we going to be, does this ordinance charge 75 cents now, Gary? Is that it?
Yes.
Per line?
It does.
Okay. Now, have we coordinated with the county to make sure they are definitely not going to be charging us?
Their ordinance amendment.
The people of Sioux Falls, 75 cents?
Yes, their ordinance amendments are going through tomorrow, and they're both scheduled to be published on Friday and become effective on the same date.
Okay.
Other questions? Others wish to address the council item number 6. Is there a motion to approve?
Move for approval, Jameson.
Jameson moved. Is there a second?
Let's.
Let's second it.
And then I'd like to propose
motion?
an amendment.
Pardon?
I'd like to propose an amendment
Okay.
to strike Minnehaha County and put Metro Communications.
Okay, motion by Jameson. Is there a second to that motion?
Second, Kavanaugh.
Who seconded?
I guess I...
Kavanaugh? Kavanaugh seconded, okay. Further comments on the motion to amend? Okay.
Yeah, I guess I still have a question. In the title, why don't we have down that we are now going to be charging 75 cents per line? It just says we're going to establish 9/11 emergency telephone reporting system, and doesn't say anything about a 75% tax on the line or anything like that. I was just curious, why isn't it in the title?
I didn't draft it, but I don't think it's necessary. It's in the body of the ordinance.
Yeah, but this is, well, to me,
The body, it does
very
say-
significant.
But the body, it says the surcharge
Yeah.
rate shall be 75 cents. So
But people just reading the title aren't going to know that.
it's okay, we've got a
Poorly.
motion to amend the title. Further comments? All in favor of that motion to amend,
Hey, can-
will
can
vote
I-
yes. Those opposed, no.
Go ahead.
Excuse me, go ahead.
No, go ahead with
Okay,
that
so-
amendment.
okay,
Now-
go ahead, and with a roll call then.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Okay, that motion has been approved. We're back to the regular motion as amended. Further comments?
Yeah, can I add an amendment
Okay.
onto that, and to establish a 75-cent charge per line
Where do you want to put that, council member?
after we talked about managed by, then we had the amendment for that, and then just put it right after that.
Managed by
Well, that's, yeah.
Metro Communications?
And it establishes
And
a 75-cent per line charge.
Is there a second to that motion?
Second, Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh seconds. Okay, further comments? Go ahead.
I don't think it necessarily adds anything to it, but I do think the counselor has probably got a point. Our title should be a little bit more descriptive, so perhaps in the future we could see to it that that happens.
Further comment? Go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, I have a question for legal counsel. If we put that on there as an amendment and we're already doing it, are we in fact doubling the rate?
No, I think the title really has no legal effect. It's just basically is meant to say what is in the ordinance. It's the body of the ordinance that has the legal effect.
Thank you.
Further questions on further substitute amendment for item number 6? Not all in favor of that motion to amend will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Benninga?
No.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
No.
Jameson?
Yes.
Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
That motion is passed, so now we're back to the main motion as amended. Further comments? Not all in favor of the motion to approve item 6 as amended will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Benninga?
No.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
All members present voted. Item number 6 has been approved, 7 yes, 1 no, as amended. Item number 7.
First reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, providing supplemental appropriations for the hiring of Baller Herbst Law Group as a consultant concerning federal telecommunications and cable television issues.
Mr. Mayor, if I could, this is a request to supplement the city attorney's budget for the specific purpose of retaining FCC legal counsel to help the city with all issues dealing with cable franchising within the city jurisdiction, city limits. As a brief explanation, the Federal Communications Commission has recently entered a ruling which makes portions of our cable franchising ordinance unenforceable. That ruling is now on appeal, being challenged by the National League of Cities. But through the process of working through this, it's become apparent to us that there may be other issues with the ordinance, and now is the time to have FCC legal counsel take a close look at our ordinance and see if it should be fine-tuned. That is the reason for the request, and it's a not to exceed. We don't know what the actual cost would be. We're told it could be as much as $20,000, but it certainly could be less, too.
Questions?
I guess I'm wondering, why don't we call the FCC in Washington, D.C. and ask some of these specific questions?
You want me to respond, Mr. Mayor? The FCC is not going to give legal advice to any jurisdiction. It is up to each jurisdiction to determine what is best. I practiced communications law for a number of years, and I don't delve into FCC issues without having FCC counsel on board. It's very dangerous to do otherwise.
You know, in lieu of the fact that we just passed number 6 on there, and I'm thinking about, you know, the cable franchise tax, and I have my services bundled, my computer, my telephone, and the cable TV. And, you know, we were talking earlier about the 911 charge that's levied on there, not collecting from all of the phone companies that are involved. And is this $20,000 going to be pursuing that end? Or would that be included in one of the things that they're looking at?
Mr. Mayor, actually, they're separate issues. The issue with the 911 surcharge is unrelated to the cable franchise. It's the television, the right to use the city's right-of-way for stringing cable. And there are several issues that come into play regarding about how we are to collect the franchise fee and what we must reimburse the cable company for, and they're very complex.
Very good, thank you.
Further, Vernon?
Question for City Attorney. Do you know what the hourly rate will be for their services?
I can't tell you off the top of my head. I don't. Mike Cooper probably left. I'll get that information for you.
Thank you.
Further questions on item number 7?
Maybe just a comment, Mr. Mayor, just for Councilor Staggers. I work in the communications business as well, and it is unfortunately not. I wish it was as simple as being able to call the FCC, but it is so complex.
I understand it is complex, but, you know, when we have issues with the ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act, you know, we have our staff member call Denver to check with their office there to see if they can give us some guidance. And I guess, you know, I do realize these are very complicated, but I think on some of these issues we could just maybe simply call and see if they can give us an answer. If they can't, well, then that's a different story. Or if they won't, that's a different story, too.
Further questions on item number 7? Not. Is there a motion to set the hearing date for item number 7 for May 21st at 7 p.m.?
So move.
Second, Jameson.
Benninger moves, second Jameson. Further comments? No further comments. All in favor of setting the hearing date for May 21st will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
No.
All members present vote. The hearing date has been set. 7 yes, 1 no for May 21st. Item 8.
First reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, amending the Code of Ordinances of said city by changing a street name, Genie Drive to Lake Shore Boulevard.
This ordinance proposes to change the street name of Jeannie Drive to Lakeshore Boulevard. Jeannie Drive is located approximately a quarter mile south of 26th Street and runs from Marion Road to the Interstate 29. A petition was submitted to the Engineering Division requesting this name change. The petition was signed by 100% of the adjacent property owners. City Engineering Division will notify affected property owners and utilities of the address change, if so approved. The Street Naming Committee and Engineering recommends the name change.
Questions of Chad? If not, is there a motion to set the hearing date for June 11th for item number 8?
I so move. Knutson.
Knutson, is there a second?
Second, Litz.
Let's second it. Further comments? No further comments? All in favor of setting that hearing date for June 11th for item number 8 will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
All members present vote. The hearing date has been set for June 11th, 8-0. Item 9.
A resolution approving the special assessment roll for repair, replace concrete sidewalk on various streets and avenues in the Sidewalk Inspection District of 2104 and 2216.
Area 2104 is in the southeast area of the city. Area 2216 is in the north central portion of the city. This assessment involves sidewalks that were inspected during the summer and fall of 2004. Property owners were then notified of the required repairs. Letters were sent out in October of 2004 with a completion date of 2005. In 2006, then the city hired a contractor to complete the repairs that were not finished by the property owner. We sent out 1,211 letters to affected property owners. 1,091 of those properties were repaired at the owner's expense. That left us with approximately 120 areas to take care of with our contract. The total assessment is $65,722.59. Assessments range from $87 to $2,200 per owner. This resolution is in conformance with state law and city ordinance.
Questions of Chad?
Yeah, Chad, this sidewalk repair issue, we've had this program for how many years here in Sioux Falls?
I don't know off the top of my head. I'm going to say several.
Is it 12 years or something like that?
I know the assessment policies in relation to arterial streets were changed in the year 2000.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know the exact date, but we've had it for several years.
Yeah, I know it's the previous administration that instituted this sidewalk inspection program, but myself, I can't remember how long ago it was. And then also, at the same time, we have some people in Sioux Falls that do not have sidewalks. And information that was given to us today, talking about procedures for ordering in new sidewalks. Sidewalks are normally required to be installed. Normally, but sometimes they're not. And what's the criteria for not having them installed?
There has been times in the past when the decision has been made in certain areas not to put them in. I don't know what the circumstances were regarding that, but our engineering design standards do require sidewalks installed on both sides of the street.
Because, you know, half a block from where I live, there are people that do not have sidewalks.
And we actively receive, we have a very detailed list we keep in our GIS system that we keep track of complaints and issues where sidewalk needs to be installed. And then we actively
Yeah, I'm not complaining about that either. I mean, they're happy they don't have sidewalks to be subject to assessment or anything like this. So they're happy, and I want to make sure they stay happy. But throughout the rest of the community, there are other places too where there are no sidewalks. So some places have sidewalks, and they're forced to repair the city sidewalks when they get in bad condition, but other places don't. So, I was just wondering what are the standards? It says normally because that's normal, that's true, but then there are exceptions.
typically they're put in.
Yeah, but not all the time. Also, too, sometimes, as you mentioned, the arterial streets, they're not people that are adjacent to the arterial streets and then have a sidewalk behind their property are not required to put the sidewalk in. Is that right?
You mean property owners that are on arterial streets?
Well, yeah, they don't have a drive going into the arterial street, but they might have their property, in the back of their property is an arterial street.
It backs up to the arterial
yes,
street?
and then there might be a sidewalk between their property line and the arterial. They don't have to maintain that sidewalk. Is that right or not?
They do have to maintain it.
Okay. Okay. Also, how much does the city save each year by having the citizens pay for the city's sidewalks, maintaining them?
I'm not prepared to answer that.
Okay, okay.
I don't know how you put a number to it.
Bob Lutz.
Yes, I got my sidewalk sprayed pink, and I fixed it because I didn't want the mail lady to trip when she's, bringing things around. But I noticed about a block from my house, block and a half from my house on railroad property, there's very little sidewalk. It's been degraded. Does the city have authority to make the railroad repair those sidewalks?
I don't know. I guess I don't know. The railroad is is a tough group, and I would assume they would be under the same ordinances because their properties are within the city, but they may not put it in.
We can look into that.
Very good.
We'll look into that. Other questions? Not others wish to address council item number 9. Is there a motion?
I move to approve.
Knutson, is there a second? Second, Kavanaugh seconded. Further comments?
Yeah, I would remind my fellow council members that on this assessment that we're voting on right now, one property owner is going to pay $2,200. That's a lot of money, but that's a big savings for the city.
Just,
Kevin?
well, my only response to the counselor would be it must be a lot of sidewalk. It is our responsibility under state law as citizens to maintain the sidewalk adjacent to our property. That's it.
Further comments? Not? We've got a motion before us to approve item 9. All in favor of that motion, vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
No.
All members present voted. Item number 9 has been approved. 7 yes, 1 no. Item 10.
A resolution declaring the necessity for street improvements and street lights on East 26th Street and assessing the cost to each lot or tract of land benefiting thereby.
This resolution of necessity is to reconstruct East 26th Street from Alpine Avenue to South Dakota Highway 11. The construction estimate is $4.1 million. At this time, we are estimating that approximately $200,000 of the project costs will be assessed to 2 property owners. The assessment is in conformance with city ordinance.
Questions of Chad at item number 10? Others? Kevin?
Chad, you said there's about $1.4 million and $200,000 will be assessed to the private property owners?
The construction estimate is 4.1.
Oh, I'm sorry, 4.1. And how much would be?
At this time, we're estimating around 200,000.
So it's safe to say that the city is paying the vast majority of this.
If we assessed everything that we could, or could by ordinance, which is all tied to access, we would be assessing approximately $500,000. But most of these properties abutting 26th Street will not have direct access. Thus, the assessment does not apply to them. So that's why we're estimating $200,000, which is a little under 5% of the total cost.
And that 95% that we pay for out of this project comes from second penny sales tax?
Yes.
Thank you.
Gerald?
Chad, did we have to move this project ahead because of the new elementary school system?
We had to do some prioritizing, and this one was one of those that was moved forward.
How many years did we have to move that ahead?
it's not probably so much moving this one forward. There was others that we had to move back, and I don't know when this was exactly programmed in the 5-year CIP.
Thank you.
Further questions? Others that wish to address the council on item number 10? Bob Litz.
Can I, that Gerald touched on, is one of the city properties the park that's going in there, and would the other one be the school?
Yes. Coming off of 26th Street, you can see the kind of the horseshoe-looking road. That is Red Oak Drive. The large parcel there where the arrow is, that will be where the school property is. And then on the south side of that will be a park.
Okay, then what would C up there be? Jay?
I think C is a part of a detention pond.
So then C and D would be the two properties, and actually the school district itself would not be assessed anything then.
Right.
Is that correct?
Tract 7, which is, there's 2 tracts that are owned by the city of Sioux Falls along this route.
Very good, thank you.
Further questions? Others wish?
Yeah, Chad, which of the 2 properties are going to get hit for $200,000?
The first one is parcel A, and I believe that'll be for some sidewalks. And the second parcel is parcel B.
So if they could connive and not get access to 26, they wouldn't have to pay. Is that fair to say?
Correct. If they do not have direct access on
Direct
26,
access, okay.
they will not be assessed.
Further questions? Others wish to address council item number 10. Is there council action?
Move for approval, Jamison.
I
Jamison
second that.
moved, Knutson seconded. Further discussion on item number 10. I see no further discussion. All in favor of the motion to approve, vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
No.
All members present have voted. Item 10 has been approved, 7 yes, 1 no. Item 11.
A resolution declaring the necessity for street improvement and street lights on South Sycamore Avenue and assessing the cost to each lot or tract of land benefiting thereby.
This is for the reconstruction of Sycamore Avenue from Mission Street south through 57th Street. Project costs are estimated at $2.6 million. At this time, we are estimating that $200,000 of these costs will be assessed to one property owner. This assessment is in conformance with city ordinance.
Questions, Chad, on item number 11? Others that wish to address the council on item number 11? Council discussion or action?
Move for approval, Benninga.
Benninga, is there a second?
Second, Costello.
Costello seconded. Further comments on the motion to approve? Not all in favor of approval will vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
No.
All members present voted. Item 11 has been approved, 7 yes, 1 no. Item 12.
A resolution vacating East Walnut Street from North Wayland Avenue to North Blavelt Avenue.
This portion of Walnut Street is east of the John Morrell plant and also east of Cliff Avenue. The right-of-way is unimproved and does not contain any city utilities. A utility easement will be maintained. The house was built before this area was annexed into the city, and the petitioner's house is located 1 foot from the right-of-way line. Could you go back? Oh, go ahead. One more. This picture here shows there's 54 feet of elevation difference in the 264 feet of right-of-way. The petitioner has complied with our street vacation policy. Engineering recommends approval, and the petitioner or their representative is present to answer any questions.
Questions of Chad on item number 12? Others that wish to address the council on item number 12? Council discussion or action?
Move to approve. Brown.
Brown moves. Is there a second?
Second, Jamison.
Jamison seconded. Further comment? Bob Litz.
I was wondering, whose sidewalk is that?
I would assume it's property owners.
Looks fine.
Did you want to come up and answer that question, please? Give us your name and address, please.
Robert Stansbury, and I own the property on both sides of that sidewalk, up on top there. And that's actually a community sidewalk put in.
Oh, no.
That's actually what it is. It's not even city sidewalk, it's just a community sidewalk. Community put it in.
Okay.
And I own the property on both sides on the top there. And I was told something about, well, they got to keep so much of the sidewalk for maintaining it, the city or something.
Okay, Pat?
I was just curious, who maintains it, who shovels it in the...
I do.
You do?
I mow it, I
Thank
shovel
you.
it, I snow blow it, yeah.
So, Chad, does he get stuck with this if it needs repair? Looks like a lot of sidewalk there.
I would say yes.
Wow.
Further questions?
It will be on personal property.
Beg your pardon?
It will be on personal property.
Further
Okay.
questions? We've got a motion been made and seconded to approve item 12. Further discussion? Is see no further discussion? Do you have another question, another statement?
I guess if I have to be responsible for it, I would be against it. Then, you know, it's community sidewalk. Why would I have to take care of it? You know? It's in a streetway now.
Well, I agree with you, of course.
I don't want to be responsible for it.
Oh, wow.
So I'd have to
Chad?
deny it.
Chad?
My response would be that it is now an existing right-of-way,
Yeah. So it's a city sidewalk and a city right-of-way.
maintained by the property owners
Yeah.
adjacent.
Uh-huh.
And this now, if he's requesting that the right-of-way be vacated, this would now put it on privately owned property.
Yeah.
And it would still be his
Yeah.
responsibility to maintain it.
But we,
Questions? Bob Jameson.
Did I understand you to say that if you have to maintain the sidewalk, you're not necessarily in favor of the vacation?
Could you come to the microphone if you would? Excuse me, would you come to the microphone, please? Thank you very much.
I guess if I'd have to be responsible, like I say, it's a community sidewalk. It was put in by the community years ago, before I even bought the house.
Mr. Mayor, might I recommend maybe we defer this till the next meeting, and we can maybe sort this out with Public Works and make sure you're making the decision that you want. Would that be amicable to you?
Yeah.
well, yeah, but
Is that a substitute motion?
Yeah, substitute motion.
Substitute motion to defer until, you want to do it until next week? Or?
that's-
Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second that, but I think there's someone else wishes to speak.
Yeah, no, we just get this motion, though, so we can for deferral. Okay, who wants to speak now?
Greg Haberson, I'm the petitioner of this deal, and I have the property. It only has the 1 foot front yard, which was done by surveyors in, I don't know, 1900 when the house was built. And I presently had it, the reason I found out was I had a licensed surveyor come and survey it for me about 3 months ago. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here to try to get this thing straightened out. Anyway.
Other questions, Vernon?
I actually have a question of Chad. If we were to vacate this and it becomes private property, it's not really a community sidewalk anymore, is it?
I was just going to comment that this will no longer be in the right-of-way, and I doubt that it would be inspected as part of our annual sidewalk inspection program.
But I'm fine with the deferral. I just wanted to clarify that for his sake, because it'd be no different than vacating any other street in the city where we wouldn't inspect it after that vacation.
I'd just like a comment to the petitioners that if this is vacated, becomes private property, I think you're liable if something happens on this sidewalk. I'm not certain, but it would seem to me that would be something you'd want to think about.
Okay, we got a motion to defer until, you want to defer until next Monday, is it?
At this point, I'm kind of confused who owns the adjoining property. I thought you did, but you said you did.
Mr. Stansbury owns half of it on top, and I own on the other part of it. and then the church has adjacent across the street on the half that I have. I'm looking for my half, is what I'm looking for.
Further questions? We've got a motion to defer until, would you want to defer it for a week?
I think so.
It's more confusing now.
This you're looking at is my property on both sides of the sidewalk. This is the down below the hill.
Okay.
This is my top, well, the sidewalk is.
Is your motion to defer until the next?
Until the 21st, and all these folks can straighten out and make sure they're all on the same page.
That's the motion. Further comments? We got a motion to defer item number 12 until the 21st. All in favor of that motion to defer will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
I just have a comment. I don't know if 7 days will give us enough time to get this straightened out. So I would ask if it's okay with them that we put it at the second meeting in June.
Is that okay with your motion to
June 11th?
is that okay with the motion?
That's fine with me.
Maker of the substitute motion to defer?
How about June 4th? Oh, well, we'll try to get it done by the 21st.
21st, that is okay with the maker of the motion? You okay with that? Second, the person made the second, is that okay with that? Okay. So it's June 21st. The motion has been approved by the maker of the motion and
May
the second.
21st, Mayor.
Pardon?
May 21st.
May 21st, okay, we got that settled. Okay, May 21st. All in favor of that motion will vote yes, those opposed no.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
That motion has been approved, May 21st. Item 12 has been deferred until item 13.
A resolution vacating West 3rd Street from 246 feet east of the center line of North La Mesa Drive to West 5th Street and West 5th Street from West 3rd Street to West 5th Street.
This unimproved and undeveloped right-of-way is located approximately 1 mile northwest of the Williams Brothers Tank Farm on West 12th Street. During the development process, the petitioner has recognized the need to replat this area. The petitioner has complied with our street vacation policy, and engineering recommends approval. The petitioner or their representative is present to answer any questions.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I need to excuse myself.
You notice Councilmember Litz is excused from item number 13. Other questions of Chad? Others that wish to address the council on item 13? Council discussion or action?
Move for approval, Jamison.
Jamison moves. Is there a second?
Second, Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh seconded. Further comments? I see no further comments. All in favor of approving item 13 will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
All members present voted 7 yes, 1 excused. Item 13 has been approved. Item 14.
A resolution vacating West Genie Drive.
Genie Drive is approximately a quarter mile south of 26th Street on Marion Road. This unimproved right-of-way dead ends at the west right-of-way line of Interstate I-29. This portion of Genie Drive is approximately 150 feet long and 66 feet wide. Before the construction of Interstate 29, this right-of-way was used as a roadway. Since, however, this portion has not been used as a roadway. The petitioner has complied with our street vacation policy. Engineering does recommend approval. The petitioner or their representative is present tonight to answer any questions.
Questions of Chad on item number 14? Anyone else wish to address the council on item number 14? Council discussion
I
or
move
action?
for approval.
Knutson, is there a second?
Second, Litz.
Let's second it. Further comments? See no further comments. All in favor of approving item 14, vote yes. Those opposed, vote no.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 14 has been approved 8-0. Item 15.
A resolution vacating West 81st Street from the east right-of-way line of South Minnesota Avenue, Highway 115 east to the west right-of-way line of South Shadow Creek Avenue.
This portion of 81st Street is just east of Minnesota Avenue and is undeveloped. During the development process, the petitioner has recognized the need to realign this right-of-way. This right-of-way realignment has been approved by the Planning Department via a minor amendment to the Grand Prairie subdivision. The petitioner has complied with our street vacation policy. Engineering does recommend approval. The petitioner or their representative is here tonight to answer any questions.
Questions of Chad on item number 15? Others wish to address council on item number 15? Council discussion or action?
Move for approval, Benninga.
Benninga moves. Is there a second?
Second, Jamison.
Jamison seconded. Further comments? See no further comments. All in favor of those to approve 15 vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Item 15 has been approved 8-0. Item 16.
Mayor, if I could I ask a question of Chad?
Sure.
There's been discussion about that road from north or south of 69th Street. And just for the record, I'd like people to know that that's a state highway and not a city road that's in such bad shape.
Absolutely.
Is there any progress being made on getting the state to address that?
We are actively pursuing that to get that portion of Minnesota from 69th to 81st built this year.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Item 16.
A resolution advising and giving consent to the appointment of members to certain citizen boards.
That's one that we do periodically. Do you want to go through all the names?
Yes, I think for the viewing public, it would be good to hear the names. That would be a request.
Okay, we will do that.
ADA Accessibility Review Board, John Fondine, Douglas Hoy, Sarah Aldinger, Glenn Clemmy. Airport Authority Board, Mike Breedenbach. Board of Adjustment, Chad Cucker, John Kolender, Darrell Christensen. Board of Appeals, Darrell Christensen. Board of Health, Belen Madrigal, Judy Jensen, Sarah Paschal. Board of Preservation, Greg McMahon, Jeff Dunn, Dr. Margaret Preston, and Matthew Woodside. Business Improvement District Board, Main Street, Sioux Falls, Chris Schlitz, Matthew Smith, Matthew Gabbert, Tom Bosch, Susan Scott. Commission on Human Relations, James Ledoux. Community Development Advisory Committee, Kay Davis, Ryan Green. Disability Awareness Commission, Misty Farabee, Patricia Brooks, Peggy Carmichael, Nancy Johnson. Electrical Board of Appeals and Examiners, Mark Anderson, Darren Skyberg, Todd Wiedner. Employees Retirement System Board of Trustees, Mark Seivertson. Library Board of Trustees, Jill Molson-Biegler, Deborah Reed. Mechanical Board of Appeals and Examiners, Mark Schemp. Orpheum Theater Board of Directors, Mary Lou Savald. Parks and Recreation Board, Brad Jans. Plumbing Board of Appeals and Examiners, Jeff Dunn, Myron Adam, Mark Ingebretson. Property Maintenance Board of Appeals, Chuck Benson, Bert Forsted, Bill Jensen, Jeff Landborg, Roger Muntz. Public Parking Facility Boards, Richard Murphy. Public Transit Advisory Board, Julie Briggs, Rochelle Hart, Julie Johnson Driesbach. Solid Waste Planning Board, Amy Ladonsky. Visual Arts Commission, Anita Keeley.
Questions on item 16? The boards, motion in?
I move to approve.
Knutson, is there a second?
Second, Jamison.
Jamison, second. Further comments on the boards? Not. All in favor of approving will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Kavanaugh? Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
All members present voted, 7 yes, 1 excused. Item 16 has been approved. Item 17.
A resolution declaring the necessity to repair, rebuild Portland cement concrete sidewalk in front of and abutting on properties on various streets and avenues in Mayor's Neighborhood Conservation District in the city of Sioux Falls and assessing the costs to each lot or tract of land benefiting thereby.
This district is, the district boundaries are Lake Avenue on the west, Minnesota Avenue on the east, 9th Street on the north, and 16th Street on the south. This resolution involves properties previously notified to repair their sidewalks. Letters notifying owners of the required repairs were sent out in October and November of 2006, with completion dates of June of 2007. We sent out 89 letters. 12 of the parcels were repaired by the owner. That leaves us 77 to completed with the city contract that is proposed to be bid on May 31st with a completion date of July 31st. The assessment estimate at this time is $22,500.
Questions of Chad?
Yeah, Chad, in our notes that we have here, it has down estimated city alley repairs, $12,500. So the adjacent property owner to an alley has to pay for that? Is that?
These repairs to these city alleys will be paid for by the city.
Okay, so the adjacent property owner, once again, doesn't have to pay for that alley?
No.
Okay, that's good.
Kevin?
Chad, I noticed in the ratio, if you will, of those that were repaired on their own as opposed to those that we normally do, it seems pretty high in this one. Or it's low.
Right.
What do you attribute that to?
I'm assuming that most of these houses are rental units, that the repairs will have to be completed by the owner of the buildings or the houses, and that's why they aren't following through with this. I don't know.
So do we have trouble determining who it is that the owner is, that we could not?
I don't think so. I think we've did our due diligence in notifying who the actual property owners are.
So these owners prefer to have the city do the job for them?
I would assume so.
Chad, are these, this neighborhood in this area, was this inspected as part of the normal rotation, or was this done as part of specifically for the neighborhood conservation program?
I think this was done specifically for the neighborhood conservation program.
At the request of many of the neighbors and many of the people that live there for city help.
Yes, I think this was the area where all issues were inspected for.
Further questions?
Yeah, I just have a question. On one occasion, I was on a sidewalk, and the alley went across the sidewalk, and I sprained my ankle. Now, is the city responsible for that portion of the sidewalk that the alley goes over? Or? I mean, I really don't know for sure.
I'd have to look at that.
Okay.
Further questions on item number 17? Others that wish to address the council on item number 17? Council discussion or action?
I move for approval.
Knutson moves. Is there a second?
Second, Litz.
Litz seconded. Further comments? I see no further comments. All in favor of approving item number 17 will vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
No.
All members present voted, 7 yes and 1 no. Item 17 has been approved. Bob, please.
I'd just like to remind people that at 11 o'clock on Thursday, the 17th of May, at the Overlook Cafe, the mayor will be signing the agreement with Lewis and Clark. That's a significant event for the city of Sioux Falls that we're committing ourselves to provide for the funding for water for the next 50 years for the city of Sioux Falls. It's a significant event. Would encourage attendance. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you very much. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved, Benninga.
Second?
Second, Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh seconded. All in favor? Vote yes. Those opposed vote no.
Benninga?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello? Jamison?
Yes.
Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
We stand adjourned.